Can you tell me how this last week went for you?
It's kind of been the same, not much has changed. Just at home, I'm still trying to look for a job. I'm just not sure how to go about that. So I haven't really talked to the kids. John's kind of been keeping them from me. So,
Can you tell me how you did with your drinking this week?
it's been the same. I mean, I went out on the weekend, had like 4 or 5 drinks, and then I feel like, I'd come home from grocery shopping or something, I'll just drink a little bit. But nothing. It's basically the same. I'd say.
And what's that like for you now that we're talking about it?
I mean, I know I shouldn't be drinking all this, but I mean, what else do I do? I have so much free time. So.
Do you remember last week at the end of our session, I gave you a numerical question to take home? Did you think about it?
A little bit. I mean, I tried to.
Okay, can you tell me some thoughts on it?
Well, in a perfect world, I would be with my kids. I wouldn't be drinking myself to sleep. I'd have a job that I enjoyed, and a better relationship with my family. That would be perfect to me.
So today, I'd like to develop a therapy plan with you because I want us to be able to have goals that we can work towards together. I am a CBT therapist, so it's a lot of actions and activities based. So we're going to have some homework and we're going to be a little action oriented in this therapy session. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, that sounds okay.
All right. So the idea is that your actions decide your behaviors, which is like a big circle. So if you can sort of like focus on one, other things will change, other things will follow. So if we can focus on calming down, maybe not drinking so much, there's a possibility that your relationship with your kids or your husband, your ex-husband might improve a little bit. So have you thought about some goals that you'd like for therapy?
Some big goals, I guess. I like to be clean. That'd be great. It's hard to think about right now, but yeah, it's the main goal.
That's a great goal. I've got a plan here, and there's space for 3 goals, but you can have more, you can have less. You don't have to do 3. All right. So how about getting clean?
Getting clean. That works.
So getting clean, how do you think that would happen?
Gosh, I don't even know. I mean, I don't have any relationships with anyone anymore. I need some kind of support. I feel all alone.
That could be a goal in itself, is finding a social support.
I think that might work for me.
All right. So let's see, getting clean. And then finding some social support. All right. Why do you think you would like to find some social support?
It's hard being on my own. I can't stay motivated because I don't have my kids anymore. I don't have a husband, I have a job. I don't need to be motivated.
Okay. So it sounds like you're having a little bit of a lack of motivation.
Yeah. I don't have anything driving me to even want to be good. I mean, why bother? I have nothing going on in life.
So lack of motivation, one of those goals is finding social support. Do you think that that also has something to do with finding a job?
I really need to find a job. That whole motivation part again, it's always what I struggle with.
Do you want to find working on finding a job under goals?
I'm sorry.
Do you want to put finding a job under your goals?
Yeah, I think that's definitely because I need income. Can't do very much, and John really want me to see the kids until I get a job going and doing some kind of effort on my part.
I understand. All right. So we've got getting clean, and we've got finding some social support, finding a job. Is there anything else that you'd like to get out of this therapy session?
I think those are reasonable to start.
Okay, that's a great start. So let's go a little bit more concrete. So getting clean. I want to go back to the getting clean bit. How does that look for you? What would be the first step if you were to go on your own and try and get clean? What do you think the first ideal step would be?
Maybe telling someone about my problem.
Okay, and you're here, so that's a great first step. Are you comfortable with the once a week schedule?
Yeah, that's perfect.
What would be another step in that direction?
I feel like a lot of the goals kind of cross over because getting a job, I would need to be clean. I can't go into work drunk anymore. That's how I ended the last one. So.
Okay. All right, and so if we were to jump back to the finding social support goal, what would be a good first step? What do you think?
I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of closing myself out a lot because I'm always at home. So maybe just going out and finding some kind of group. I don't know, I like to hike and stuff.
Okay, hiking. Do you think that you could go and find maybe a hiking group online, on like social media?
Yeah, I might be able to.
Okay. Is it all right if I write that down?
Yeah. I might need help finding a site or something too, if you guys have any resources.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can definitely ask Janice at the front desk. So finding some social support, maybe getting on and finding a group. All right. Anything else? Any other suggestions you think would be good for that?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I mean, I'd be sober for my kids. Just need to work towards getting my kids back.
Okay. That seems like it would be a goal on its own.
That's true.
Is that something you'd like to try?
Job comes first, and then getting the kids back once I have a stable income again.
All right. So getting your kids back, what does that mean? Full custody?
John's don't really want to get full custody. I just want to start with partial custody for now, maybe weekends or something until I don't want to take the kids back and still be drinking and not having a job and just kind of being a failure. You know, I want to be a good mom before I get them back. I want them to be proud of me.
Okay. So it sounds like the steps to getting your kids back is first to work on yourself, find a job, and then try and get them back in your life.
Exactly. Yeah. I need to do a bunch of stuff.
What do you think your kids want to see from you?
I just want to be the mom that I used to be. We used to be so close, just being responsible and putting them first, not by drinking.
Okay, so working on responsibility.
That's a good one.
That would reflect.
Yeah, I need to stop going out all the time. So when I have my kids back, I can't do that. I have to be there for them every night.
Okay, we've got a good list going. Is there anything else you'd like to add? It can be as long or short as you want.
I think we have a pretty good starting point.
Okay. Is there any need for individual therapy? It's not that you have to. Is there any thought that you'd like to maybe bring your kids in, have a sit down with them? I know it's really early, but like maybe far along down the line when we worked on some of these goals.
Yeah, maybe in a couple more weeks.
Okay, we'll just put that down as a thought. Maybe we'll get to it.
Okay. Would you recommend something like that? Yeah.
I think I would if you were not feeling confident enough to talk to your kids about the issues that you're having. It would be helpful because I could be here to facilitate that discussion. Okay. But if you're feeling confident and you know that you can talk to your kids about the problems you'll be having without the help, without outside help, I encourage you to do that as well. Okay. All right. You're on those weekly meetings, and if you always need to bump it up to bi-weekly, we're available.
Okay.
I am going to print my name and sign. Right. And I would like it if you could print and sign your name right there at the bottom. Okay, great. So this is going to be your copy.
Okay.
But I'm going to make a copy of it so that I can have a copy and you can have the original, and we'll get that up at the front desk at the end of the session. All right, great. So why don't we start tackling this first one, your alcohol use? I think I'd like, do you know what a decisional balance sheet is?
No.
What a decisional balance sheet is it looks like this. So we can talk about your drinking as it stands right now, so how it stands right now, and maybe some changes you'd like to see.
Okay.
But I usually encourage my clients to write it down themselves so that they can keep it and feel empowered to have it.
Okay.
Is that something you're willing to do? Because I can write if you don't want to.
No, I can take notes.
Okay. And we can either do it on paper or we can do it on the board. Okay. Which one would you like?
Maybe we can spit some ideas out and we can write it up there.
Okay. All right, great. So let's start with I'll go ahead and draw it up for you.
Okay.
But I'm not just holding it in front of me. I apologize for my handwriting because that's too bad. Okay, let's start where you are now.
Okay.
What are some of the good things about your drinking?
I can forget.
Okay.
Forget what I'm going through, the problems.
Okay, what's another good thing you can think about your drinking right
Keeps me busy. Gives me something to look forward to. And then fall asleep easily. Yeah, it's better.
Right. Okay. So let's see. It's easy to forget, and it keeps you busy. Gives you something to do, like an activity, and it helps you fall asleep. Right. So going over, if you were to change your drinking, what would be one of the bad things about if you were to stop drinking?
Kind of the opposite of those. I mean, I would constantly think about my mistakes. I don't know. If I don't drink before I go to bed, I usually have nightmares.
What do you think would be the opposite of keeping busy?
I'll just lay there and be miserable.
Do you think of any other cons to changing your drinking habit?
I might lose my friendships, the girls that I go out with. They might not want to hang out with me because I don't drink.
All right. So let's see. You'd be thinking about your mistakes a lot, constant nightmares, maybe not have anything to do, and you're afraid you might lose your friends by go out drinking with you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Sounds about right. So going back to your drinking now, What are some bad things about it?
I can't really see my kids. Yeah, I lost my job over it. It's expensive.
Yep. Do you know about how expensive it is?
Gosh, I'm probably spending a couple hundred on alcohol a week. Yeah, about 200, I would say. 150 to 200. I'm buying just beer. I'm doing, going out on the weekends. It's really expensive.
Yeah, drinks are more expensive than bars. So just pausing for a second. I know my math isn't very good. So we would say, let's just say at the low end, 150 a week. And there are 52 or 57 weeks in a year? 52 weeks. Okay, I'm hoping that my math isn't too off here. But so at the low end, maybe we're spending about $7,800 to maybe $800 for that. I mean, not a month. That's insane. A year. What do you? Okay, we'll get to that. I'll ask what you think you could do with this money later. What are some other less good things about your drinking right now?
I don't know. I know it's bad. I know it's bad. And
Okay, so we can.
It's broken relationships, I guess. It's besides the girls that I go out with. It's just like my parents are often really just poor relationships, I guess, in general.
Okay, so the poor relationships with your parents. Are there any other relationships that are suffering?
I have some old high school friends, but since I started drinking, I kind of lost contact. I don't really talk to a lot of people that much.
Okay, anymore. What about any effects to your health? Do you think of any?
Yeah, I can't really work out anymore. I'm gaining weight. Yeah, definitely can't work out as much as I used to.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add to this list?
I think we got it covered.
Okay. Great. So switching over to a little bit more hopeful side. What would be some of the good things about changing your behavior?
I can see my kids again.
Okay.
Can get a steady job. Save money.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, the 7,800 number over here, what do you think you could spend it on?
Yeah, I like to take my kids on vacation.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are some of the good things about maybe changing your behavior?
Just being healthier again, having free time for me, and the free time is not just drinking, and I really like the hiking idea.
Okay,
More social.
So maybe some more productive use of your time.
Yeah, definitely. I think those are the big things: the jobs, the kids, relationships. Yeah.
Okay, this is a great list. What do you think of it?
I like it. I think it helps me kind of target the areas that I really need to work on.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of, I never really thought about all the cons of it in my drinking, but I know it's affecting everyone.
A little bit more of a difficult question, if you want to take a stab at it, is if you were to weight these categories, which one would be the heaviest? Or which one would be the most influential, do you think?
I think the biggest impact would be just stopping drinking completely.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, I think the pros under the change would outweigh everything.
Okay.
So I'm working towards. I want to work towards. Yeah.
Great. Okay. Just gonna make a note. All right. So how are you feeling about your habits now?
I can see that they're more of a problem than I was letting myself think earlier. I was kind of in denial.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to think about all these mistakes I'm making.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Being in denial before, what did that look like?
Oh, I didn't really want to accept it. Like, of course I'm gonna go drink. I have nothing else to do. Why don't I just? Why don't I have any friends? I don't have my kids. Might as well. But now I'm thinking I actually shift to the pros, and then maybe I can get that all back.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be like this.
All right. This is a really powerful lesson. I'm happy that we got to go over it. All right. So on our goals here for getting clean, what is something that you think you could take a step in the right direction this week? And it can be really small, or just any sort of harm reduction.
Maybe trying to drink less a day.
Trying to drink less? Okay, let's be specific about.
Maybe 2 beers max.
Okay, so going from 5 to 2.
Yeah,
You think that you can do that?
I can try. Try my best to keep it, but I mean, some days are worse than others.
Okay. So let's talk about those days that are worse than others.
Mm-hmm.
What would be a reasonable goal for those days?
Maybe 3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's still less than 5. All right, what about on your good days? Still 2?
Yeah, I think it would be really hard for me to drop down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm used to it.
All right, so going on the weekends now, what do you think would be a step in the right direction when you're out with your friends?
Just not drinking too much. I mean, maybe I would take a couple shots, but it really depends because I feel like I'm influenced by my friends, by how much they drink.
Okay.
So maybe setting a bedtime for myself or something like that.
Right. What do you think you would do if your friends asked you about your bedtime, or if they asked you why you weren't drinking so much?
I don't know. I don't really feel comfortable telling them about what's going on in all aspects of my life, but just tell them I'm tired or I'm looking for a job or something. So.
Okay, that's fine. Say I'm tired. I want to try looking for a job tomorrow. Can't go so hard tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're still keeping yourself honest.
Yeah.
Right. So that's a good goal that we can work on this week. Is that the only thing you want to work on this week, or do you want to try something with some motivation?
That would be a good starting point for me.
A good starting point? Sure. Whatever works for you.
Yeah, that's what I need to try.
Okay. Right. Okay. So we got through some great material today. We're going to end in a little bit, but is there anything else you'd like to bring up or talk about before we wrap up?
I don't think I have any questions.
Okay. So let's recap. What's the plan for this week?
Good drinking.
Right.
Trying to stick to
2. 2?
Mm-hmm.
Or 3 if it's a
2
bad
and
day.
3. Yeah.
Right? And then what are we going to do if your friends start sort of badgering you about?
Just telling them that I need to go home. I'm tired. I have other things to do next day.
Okay. Yeah, great. And I want to ask you just a little bit of a reflective question. On a scale from 1 to 10, how did you feel about your habit when you walked in? 1 being, I have no problem with it, to 10 being, this rules my life.
I would say probably a 7 or an 8.
7 or an 8?
Yeah.
Okay. And how are we feeling about it now?
I think I'm not doing fine. I think I made some progress. This whiteboard helped me with exercise, just kind of thinking through things. I never really like to take the time to kind of process stuff.
Okay. That's great. All right. So same time next week?